Out of a desire to boost their fat egos, police officers often start harassing people they think won't stand up to them. But what happens when they mess with the wrong people, like soldiers? Today we're talking about soldiers who lost their cool because of dumbass cops. Let's go to the videos. Two cops, bored out of their minds on a slow workday, decided to spice things up by setting up a random car safety checkpoint in their area. It wasn't long before they stopped a vehicle driven by a disabled veteran. The ex-soldier was well-versed in the law and knew that these arbitrary traffic stops were questionable at best. However, the situation escalated when the cops began to hassle him over a cover on his license plate, a minor infraction they seemed to take far too seriously. When the veteran politely asked the officers to identify themselves, they refused to speak and instead pointed to their names embroidered on their uniforms, Officer Cosma and Officer Singletary. This refusal to verbally identify themselves was a clear breach of their department's policies, but they seemed rather indifferent to any rules or regulations.
You're doing this to a disabled vet? No. Yo lo encuentro porque yo sabía que iban a hacer esta mierda. You're doing this to a disabled vet? Okay. I want you to tell me again why I'm being hassled. Name and badge numbers.
Motor vehicle stop for this infraction here. See this plate cover, sir? You're not allowed to have this in the state of New Jersey, okay? You can't have anything obstructing.
How many thousands
you
of
can't
cars?
have anything obstructing the car to state of New Jersey.
How many thousand? You're just busting my balls, dude.
License registration, sir.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Where is it? Shit. Alright. You just busting my balls. Gothenburg Police Department. Look at the finest. P.O. what? Cosma, badge number 149. P.O. Singletary, badge number 135. I'll be talking to your chief. You're doing this to a disabled vet. All right, we'll see about this. Show it to the judge, too. Bájate. Bájate.
Ma'am, you can stay in the car if you'd like.
No, she doesn't like. Bájate, ven para acá.
I need your paper.
I'm giving it to you, dude. Relax.
You know.
Tom, sigue grabando, por favor, mientras encuentro los papeles. No toques nada. Nada más que lo tienes que aguantar así. No toques nada. Just don't touch anything.
Upset by the treatment he was receiving, the veteran informed them that he intended to file a formal complaint and would be speaking to their supervisor about the incident. Surprisingly, this news didn't faze the officers at all. Instead, they doubled down, demanding that he hand over his documents for them to inspect. Very Gestapo-like. "Let me see your documents." It appeared that they were utterly confident in their authority, convinced there would be no consequences for their stupid actions.
Maybe it is initial after all. You feel good about yourself? Thug? You're nothing but a thug in a uniform, bro. All of you are. You're the enemy of the people. You are domestic terrorists. You understand? Yeah, that's right. You laugh. Look at you. You all tatted up. You fucking thug. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Knock yourself out.
This is...
Look at these thugs. Enemy of the people. You waited for me to leave. You think I'm stupid? I just left the bank. And this is a retaliatory traffic stop. Retaliatory. There's thousands of cars running around with these plates. You understand? There's thousands of cars running around, and this is what they stopped me for. Okay, a disabled vet.
Just stand over here, please, thanks.
Do your best, Slick. Do your best. This ain't gonna stand up. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ain't nothing but a fucking thug. A thug in uniform. that gun, that badge, you ain't shit without it. Trust me, you ain't. You and your fucking butt buddy.
The veteran handed over his documents. Frustrated, he questioned if the officers really felt justified in their actions. Their response was to laugh mockingly. What exactly did they find so amusing? Was it his reference to them as public enemies? He hadn't committed any serious offense. A simple explanation about the license plate cover would have sufficed, and they could have just let him go on his way. But these cops should have been protectors, upholding their duty to serve the community, not intimidating and harassing someone over such a trivial matter. They could have handled the situation with much more professionalism and respect. Instead, they chose to abuse their power, seemingly convinced they were untouchable. It was a clear misuse of authority, turning what could have been a routine check into an unnecessary and unpleasant confrontation.
You're welcome. Oye, ya te puedes sentar otra vez. You think I don't know what the fuck you're doing? You think I don't know what they're doing? They closed my account illegally, and I didn't do anything to merit this. Nothing. No, but they think they're going to. My lawyer's gonna love this shit. This is a retaliatory traffic stop. Instituted 1400 hours, 2nd July 2019. Against me by these two thugs. Against a disabled vet. Proud of yourself? They're using you like an attack dog. A trained attack dog is what you are. That's all you are. You know what, those people? They're rich. You understand? I'm not rich. They're not gonna crack down on me with their bullshit. And I'm pretty sure you ain't rich wearing that uniform. But you working for them. You understand? I know who you protect. You don't protect and serve. You apprehend and incarcerate. That's what you do. You don't protect and serve nobody except the interests of the rich. That's fine. Hola, siéntate adentro, por favor.
Not long after this, the ex-soldier lost his patience with the cops. He said that they had fabricated the reason for the stop. He claimed they were actually waiting for him to leave the bank so they could pull him over because they had their sights set on him for some unknown reason. Cops like these don't really need a legitimate reason to stop someone. They seem to thrive on turning trivial matters into big issues. The ex-soldier told one of the cops that they should have made up some legitimate reason, like smelling marijuana, but the cops said that he didn't smell marijuana and added that he never lies. Yeah, right. Even when the veteran warned them that he would sue them both and their department, the cops weren't fazed. They acted as if they had handled everything the right way and that it was the veteran who was being unreasonable.
Rights. No consent to searches or seizures. And this is an illegal retaliatory traffic stop. They waited for me to leave the bank and then they pulled me over. For no reason. They came up with some bullshit reason, which they can always do. Why don't you come up with some bullshit reason like you smell marijuana? That's really gonna fly.
I don't smell marijuana.
No? It's amazing. Because they train you guys to lie.
I don't lie.
No?
The veteran's mother was also in the car with him. As the situation escalated, she began to really care for what was happening with her son and started to breathe rapidly, leaning against the car as her distress grew. Seeing her reaction, Officer Cosma realized that maybe they had pushed things too far. He went over to check on the veteran's mother, noticing how the stress was overwhelming her, especially given her age. Officer Cosma then told her to sit back in the car and called for an ambulance to make sure she was okay. This sudden shift in concern caught the veteran off guard. He asked the cops why they were suddenly so concerned when they were the reason she was so upset in the first place. At the end of the day, it's puzzling why the cops made such a big deal out of the license plate cover. After all, so many people in America have these covers on their plates already. It really makes you wonder why the cops singled out this man in particular. It seems like quite a trivial thing to stop someone over, especially when it ends up causing so much unnecessary stress.
Yeah, you're Mr. Perfect.
I'm not perfect. I just don't lie.
Yeah. That's a lie right there.
I don't lie.
It is a lie. It is a lie. You don't think I know what you fuckers were doing over there? You sure ran out to your cars real quick to get me, didn't you? after I pulled out from the back. You ran out real quick. I'm surprised you ain't out of breath. Look at this bullshit. A retaliatory traffic stop. Instituted for bullshit reasons. I broke no traffic laws. Guess what? You are getting sued. Yeah. You think I'm kidding? And I know you cops don't give a fuck because you're indemnified against it. So you're not going to be sued personally, but your department is going to be sued. All right? You understand? And you got insurance for it. So I know in the end they don't give a fuck, but I might get some money out of it. Because you got no grounds for your stop.
He told you the violation that you were in.
Yeah, there's thousands of cars running around with those things on their plates. Thousands. Why don't you stop them? Why don't you pull them over?
How do you know we don't?
I know you don't, because it's a statistical impossibility.
No.
You understand?
You can't pull over every car.
I did not break any traffic laws.
Yes, you did, sir. You're in violation. My partner told you exactly what it was for.
Is that a traffic law?
Take a picture of the. Take a picture of it. Go ahead, show it. Very clear violation.
Yeah. Sure. This is what they pulled me over for, having this thing on my plate. Yeah. Well, why don't I get pulled? Now you really did it.
Send the ALS as well.
Don't play concern now, dude. Now you people really stepped in the shit.
It's coming to check you out, all right, man? You want to have a seat in the car until they get here?
Siéntate ahí por el frío, por el aire. Por favor. She can't breathe. She can't breathe.
And you're right.
Don't act concerned now, dickhead.
The ambulance is coming. They're going to check you out, okay? They're going to make sure that everything's okay. Your son, this is your mother, right?
Now you concerned?
Your son would like for you to be checked out by an ambulance. We're going to have him check you out, all right, man? Hey, you want to have a seat, though? Just so you feel a little better. You can roll down the window if the AC is not on.
The AC is on.
He's not leaving right now, man. He's going to be leaving.
Get it,
He's not. There's a Gatorade to it.
Now you concerned? Don't act all concerned, dude. This is bullshit. You did this. I was on my way home. You motherfuckers did this.
All right.
You understand?
Yes.
You did this. And if something happens to her, you're really going to get it. Because you
really
did this.
What? What's going to happen? I'm sorry? What'd you say?
I said you're going to hear from my attorney.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right.
I misunderstood. I thought you said I'm going to get it. I didn't know. I wasn't
Nah, you're
sure
hearing
what that
things.
meant. Okay.
You're hearing things. Besides, that could be interpreted any number of ways.
Okay. I just didn't want to interpret it the wrong way, you know?
No,
I
of
guess
course
it was a
not.
threat. Yeah,
or the right way for you.
Yeah, well, no, not at all. I don't want to be threatened, sir. You wouldn't either, right?
I've been threatened all the time. I'm threatened now by you.
Couldn't imagine why.
Your very presence here threatens me.
Sir.
Look what you did to my mother.
Sir, we did not do that.
Oh, who did it?
Why don't you open a window, maybe turn the AC on?
The AC is on.
Okay. We have an ambulance coming.
It can't get quick enough.
And the medics are coming as well.
Yeah? We'll see about that. This is what happened on the traffic stop approximately 12 hours. 2nd July 2019. I don't even know what street this is. From the Gothenburg Savings and Loan. They called the cops on me. They instituted an illegal traffic stop, and this is what happens.
447, what's the location?
Now my mother's having heart problems. An ambulance had to be called.
Officer Rosado pulled over an ex-soldier in the middle of the night just because his tag lights were on. Even though this was clearly an unnecessary stop, and the ex-soldier knew it wasn't right, he didn't have much choice but to hand over his ID. Officer Rosado wasn't alone. He had 2 colleagues with him, all of them armed, while the ex-soldier sat by himself in his car, his camera recording everything, thankfully, for his own safety. Despite the tense situation, the ex-soldier didn't let go of his rights. When he asked the cops to identify themselves, they did so, which was probably the only thing that they managed to get right that night. Beyond that, it seemed like their understanding of what it means to be a cop stopped plenty short of that. It was pretty obvious that no one had really challenged them before, so their reaction to being questioned was telling.
Man, I can talk how the I want to talk. Now let's go ahead and amp it up a little bit.
No need to curse that.
Now get the out of my face.
I'm being polite.
I get stopped for a light that is on. Now you see it's on, right? Don't touch my vehicle.
We're just checking to see if we can see the light.
That was an illegal stop, and I want your name and badge number.
All right, okay. Sir.
Don't give me your name and badge number.
Okay, Officer Rosado, Columbus Police Department.
Okay. Okay, Officer Rosado, thank you. And you too, please.
When I pulled up behind
okay. And you too, please.
Look, I'm Corporal Andrew Stinson. I do not have a badge number. I'm a corporal.
Okay, Corporal. I appreciate it.
Okay. When I pulled up behind you.
Okay, is it on now? Is it on now?
You cannot see it from a distance.
Well, you're the only one. I've been driving around forever. A distance, well, you should be able to see it where you're at right now. When I got back to the vehicle, I could see it was on.
Are you gonna let me speak, sir?
No.
Officer Rosado tried to chat with the man, probably hoping to smooth over the situation, but the man wasn't having any of it. All he wanted was for the cops to let him go because he hadn't broken any laws. Thanks to the Fifth Amendment, he knew he didn't even have to talk to them. Despite this, the cops kept pushing for more conversation, even though he made it clear multiple times that he wasn't interested in talking. Then, to top it off, the cops seemed surprised and annoyed that the man raised his voice. Well, what did they expect? That he'd remain calm and polite while they trampled all over his civil rights and acted like tyrants towards him? That certainly wasn't going to happen. After all, he's an adult and has every right to decide how to express himself and who he wants to engage with. They weren't really trying to mess with his freedom of speech, were they?
Give me my ID so I can go, because my tail light, my tag light is on. Now, give me my ID so I can go. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to you. I will be filing an official complaint.
That is your right, sir.
Okay, I'm done. I don't want to talk to you. I do not. I do not want to talk to you. Go ahead and move away, please. Do not talk to me anymore.
Hey, you know how you have a right to stop and film us, correct?
I got a right to stop and film you, and that's the reason I'm getting stopped right now.
I'm standing here on City Street.
And guess what? I do a vehicle check every time I leave my house, and it's on video. So when I make the official, give me my goddamn license.
Sir, there's no need for language.
I'm a grown man. I can talk how the f I want to talk. Now let's go ahead and amp it up a little bit.
There's no need to curse that.
Now get the f out of my face.
I'm being polite.
It ain't polite when you can illegally stop me. Now get out of my face. You guys have a good day. Am I free to go?
Free to go.
All right, have a good one.
Drive safe.
No, you drive safe.
You don't need to be a law expert to understand that the Second Amendment gives Americans the right to carry guns. But it seems like these cops had forgotten all that when they arrested a former soldier just because he was openly carrying a rifle. He made it clear to everyone that he had the rifle and wasn't trying to hide it. One of the cops claimed the veteran was handling his weapon too aggressively, but in reality, he was just walking along with his son, not threatening anyone at all. Yet the cops said they felt threatened and decided to arrest him and take his rifle away. It's hard to see how they felt threatened, though. There were two of them, both armed, and the man didn't even notice them until they approached. The man was simply exercising his rights, without any aggressive actions, and still found himself in a tough spot.
There you go. Now I want you to record this. Is it recording? Let me see the back.
Behind your back.
Let me see the back side.
Put your hand behind your back.
Okay, now I'm gonna do everything you say. Hey, dude, there. My hands are behind my back. No, Chris, keep the camera on me. On you. Can I ask you what I was doing wrong?
Until I can find out you can legally have a gun.
So you can just stop anybody in the world
For rudely displaying, yes.
Oh, how am I rudely displaying a gun? I'm walking. Just unhook it right there. Keep the camera on me. It is. Sir, is it against the law to carry an open firearm like that? Well, let me answer your question. It's not. I've done nothing illegal. But yet this guy decides he wants to put me against the car when I've done nothing.
He has the right to disarm you.
No, he has no right to disarm me if I'm not breaking the law.
He does?
No, he does not.
Yes, sir, he does.
No, he doesn't. If he feels threatened, he may disarm me.
You have
but I have done
identification.
nothing.
Where's your
to threaten me.
identification
Shut up,
at?
I'm talking to you.
Where's your
Freaking
identification at?
sergeant right now. It's in my pocket.
Which pocket?
This one right here. Whoa. Hey, am I accused of a crime? I'm not letting. I do not consent to you going through my wallet. I do not consent to you going through my wallet. Is this on
Do you
camera?
have any more guns?
I do
over
not.
here?
Yes, I do. I have a 45 on my side. On my left side.
You have a Do you have concealed?
Yes, I have a concealed carry permit. Sir, you have no right to go through there. I'm telling you right now.
Present that to us, too.
Yeah, he didn't ask me for it, did he?
Not with you carrying this, no, sir. I wouldn't have asked you either.
He could have asked me for my concealed carry permit. But even if I had did not have a concealed carry permit, I can walk around with a rifle.
When you alarm people and they call us, then we can come.
Okay, and did you explain to them what the law is, sir?
They don't care what the law is.
But do you care what the law is?
This day and age, they're alarmed when they.
It seems like these cops thought they could make up the rules as they went along. One of them went even as far as pulling a wallet out of the veteran's pocket and started to search it without a warrant or the veteran's consent. You can imagine just how furious the veteran got because of this overreach. He knew the law better than they did and tried to set them straight. First off, he told them they needed his permission to search his pockets and wallet unless they had already had legal authorization. You know, starts with a W, a warrant. Secondly, he reminded them that he has the right to carry a rifle. It was pretty clear that these cops thought they were above the law. They acted as if the usual rules didn't apply to them. And to top it all off, they tried to justify their actions by claiming they had received a complaint about the man, right, and therefore had to respond. But really, was that the best excuse they could come up with? Sounds incredibly familiar.
Somebody would
Do you have any more weapons on you?
We have the right by law to disarm you until we.
Okay, do you know what that law says? That law says if you feel threatened, you may.
And I felt threatened.
Carrying this.
Well,
I'm
if you
threatened.
feel threatened, you're a sorry excuse for a police officer.
Well, then I'm.
Me and my son.
Carrying a loaded rifle.
It is loaded, but it's not chambered. Oh, okay, well,
I don't know that.
Hey, I feel threatened because you're carrying a loaded firearm.
We're licensed. We're exempt from the law.
You ain't exempt from the law.
Yes, we are.
Well, you guys think you are the law or something? You have to follow the law. Are you taking my firearm? Okay, now, can we figure out what I did against the law? Why did you stop me?
Because we had a call.
We had a call.
Walking around with a firearm.
Okay, and you came out, and was I doing anything threatening, officer?
When I asked you to stop, you continued to walk, then you did stop, and you turned around. I told you I was going to take the gun, is what
Whoa,
you said
no.
You started resisting back.
Oh, bullshit. Hey, when you told me to stop, I stopped. You said, come here, and I stopped. You didn't say it on your loudspeaker. If you said it, I didn't hear you. I turned around and I stopped.
And no, I didn't do it on the loudspeaker.
Exactly. So when I heard you say stop, I stopped, didn't I? Didn't I? Hey, dude, I've got a bad back from Iraq. Will you let me stand up straight? Thank you. I'm trying to get my back straight because you're killing me. What a bad excuse you guys are showing for police force.
Actually, it's a bad excuse. It's a bad excuse. Somebody else would have been. Go ahead and take the gun and secure it.
No. You did not. Hey, listen, I'm not going to sit here and let you lie like this, okay? You did not ask me for my gun. You just started taking it from me, okay? That is not how you disarm.
One of the cops claimed that the veteran was dangerous just because he was carrying a rifle. But then doesn't that logic apply to them too, since they also had guns? Sure, some people might feel uneasy seeing others walk around with guns. But carrying a weapon is a right protected by the Constitution. Ironically, these are the same cops who swore to protect these constitutional rights at the start of their careers. Yet now they seem to act as if those rights don't apply. One officer even suggested that the veteran could have shot him, which was why he took the veteran's weapon away, even though he had no real reason to think so. By that logic, couldn't the veteran have said the same thing about the cops? If they were going to use that kind of reasoning, they really need to come up with something more solid.
If you would have said, sir, will you hand me the gun? Or, sir, will you drop the magazine? I would have done just that. But you wanted to be a freaking prick.
I'm not getting the habit of doing that for anybody with a firearm. That's dangerous.
What, just because a guy's got a firearm, he's dangerous?
Yes, sir.
See, that's the problem with the police force today.
No, sir. That's
yes, it is. I'm an Iraq and Afghanistan war veteran.
What would you do if you came up with somebody that was armed like that in Iraq?
This isn't Iraq, dude. We're in Temple, Texas.
People shoot just as quick here as they would anywhere in the
Okay,
world.
how many CHL holders shoot like that? 0.18% of CHL holders commit crimes. 0.18%. You never asked to disarm me. You tried to take my weapon from me by force.
I have a right to disarm.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do.
You have a right to disarm me, but you can't take it from me.
Yes,
you can ask me for my weapon. You can ask me for my weapon, but you cannot take it from me.
I'm not going to let you put your hands on it and shoot me.
Who said I was going to shoot you,
I don't know you.
I don't know you either. You could be a rogue cop. You guys aren't all saints. Now, can you tell me what I'm being charged with so I can go about my way?
Right now
My son and I.
Detained.
Why am I being detained? What crime have I committed? What crime have I committed? Why am I being detained? I'd like to do this in front of the camera, please. No, I'd like to be in front of your camera.
You're under arrest. You're going to jail.
What am I under arrest for? What am I under arrest for? I did not resist search. Yeah, call mom. When did I resist search? You guys got everything up and said, where's your weapon? I showed you my weapon. Where's your weapon?
This sense of unchecked power they felt likely didn't last long, though. The veteran's son was filming the entire encounter. These cops must have been shocked when they faced the consequences of their actions, especially since they did this to a man who had honorably served America long before they even became cops. If there's anyone who didn't deserve to be treated like that, it was certainly this veteran.
How long are you keeping me in jail?
I'm sick.
Wait. Where's my son going? Where's my son going? Have mom call Brett Pritchard, the lawyer. Let him know what's going on, okay? He's gonna take you home, all right? So when mom gets home, don't worry about me, it's fine. When you get home, tell mom to call Brett Pritchard, okay? Because we're gonna file a lawsuit. All right. Don't worry about it. He's gonna take you home, okay? These guys aren't bad guys unless they get embarrassed. You can turn it off now.